junior race is upon us in a few moments' time, and it'll be Group C versus D coming up next for the 8-lap race
here this weekend. Other drivers to keep an eye on. Well, let's go through them now. It's time for your grid in this qualifying heat for Groups C and D in X30 Junior. Dan Alleman on pole position. Riley Cranham alongside on the front row. Alex Pinheiro starts on the inside of row 2 and is joined by Thailand's Toby Gale. Nilas Malik and Devon Harkland starts on row number 3. Didier Kreeft and Andrea Galimberti starts on the 4th row of the grid. They're ahead of Ukraina and Tyke Buckley, second in the championship at the moment. Buckley, that is your top 10. Moritz Moore and Elvis Krasauskas start on the row 6. Nikita Nikashov and Jill Herman go from row 7.
Aurelio Gustinelli and Sig de Rademacher round out row 8. Then it's Angelina Simmons and Archie Owen on row 9. Mohamed El Bouzaki goes from row 10. He'll have the close company of Denis Kozlovsky for company. Evan Minchuna and Flavio Carrier going from row 11. Chopra and Jack Doe on row 12. Votterbergenu and Ellis Laman going from row 13 and rounding out the 26-kart field. Now, update on a driver, and I'm going to cast my eye on the man starting on the 2nd row of the grid. The number 23 from Thailand, Toby Gale. 14th birthday yesterday. Yes. So happy birthday to Toby Gale.
Very good. Very good to
Very
see
good.
Toby's racing on a birthday weekend. What better way to spend it. 8 laps it'll be for this one in X30 Junior. And that again is that shorter race sometimes adds to a little bit of the frantic nature of these heats. But again, these drivers have been very patient, waiting for their first opportunity to race this weekend. They've had a full day of free practice. The qualifying simulations yesterday, getting their strategy right, which, well, kind of went straight out the window when the rain came down, and these drivers all qualified in wet to drying conditions. Now they set about the task of racing. Air temperature raising a little bit, has gone up to 23 degrees. Track temperature still relatively cool, 28.6. Dan Alleman, he gets into the zone of focusing on this race start. We're past the red line now, so drivers will be getting into that 2x2 formation for the start.
Certainly will do. Into the tram lines they go. We've already seen Zach Green take a win. Who will take the win in the 2nd Junior X30 race of the day? As the lights go green, we are racing. Lightning start for Alleman and Pineda. Unfortunately, Cranham caught sleeping there. He slots into 3rd place. The gap was open, and he holds on to that one, so that's still not the worst start for him. The rest of the field slot through. Everyone gets through the first 2 corners unscathed as they exit. One driver, as I speak, that has gone wide, rejoins right at the back of the field, but the rest of the field at the front looks good. Change for the lead as back down the inside, Alleman retakes it. Alex Pineda trying to get the moves done, but he now gets back put into 2nd place.
Yeah, it was a good move from Pinheiro into turn 6, but for Alleman, he responded straight down the inside. He's a driver who likes to lead a races. Oh, down the inside there of Pinheiro. That's going to open the door for 2 of the fusions through. Stepping through there is Devon Harkland. That was the overtaking attempt came from Riley Cranham. Harkland has got through into 2nd place, and for Paul Pinheiro has fallen a number of positions there. Look at this, down into turn 1 and turn 2. I think Buckley's coming through the order. Yes, Tyke Buckley's had a very good start for Mick Barrett Racing, up 5 places. That is why he's a contender for being in the top 3 of the championship at the end of this weekend, recovering after a bit of a weak qualifying yesterday.
Yeah, indeed. There's Toby Gale going defensive from everyone behind. Buckley right there. Harkling, like you were saying. Kreeft, Malik, Pineda, Krakowskis, all there as well. I was seeing on our screen a driver going backwards. May have been Aurelio Gustinelli, unfortunately dropping down 6 places to finish in currently P21. Live on board here with Didier Kreeft, who currently sits in P5. You can see there Devon Haglin just getting past, moving up. A little bit of a move there as down the inside goes Alex Pineda. And actually Kreeft now losing out on 3-4 spots. Look at them here, though. They're scrapping for position at the sharp end as Buckley goes down the inside of, I believe, Toby Gale.
Yeah, that's for third place then. So Ty Buckley getting on with things here. He's already seen Zach Green take a race victory. Zach Green, who's the closest adversary in that battle for second place. It's still going on in that fight involving Didier Krieft, who's now down the inside of his teammate Stig de Rademaker. This is into turn number 7. Pinera coming through the chicane goes Krieft, taking a big amount of curb through 8. And it's all stacking up here. This is when, as a junior, you've just got to try and stay calm when you're in the middle of one of these midfield battles. You don't want to lose out at this stage of the race. We're still only on lap 3.
No, exactly. There's quite a ways to go in this one. But Dan Alaman looking comfortable at the front here right now. Still Cranham from Buckley. Gale from Haglin, who are still holding on to his position as they cross the line. You see here now onto lap number 4. But eyes focused on all of this. Gale still there just behind, is trying to find his way past Devon Haglin, but he's just not able to do so right now. Haglin with the fastest lap of the race, 56.211, is putting that pace into this racing. Trying to close in on Ty Buckley, who's done a fantastic job to be there in third place. 7 places gained in this race. Superb effort.
It really has been from the Irish driver. Dan Alleman, though, 1.2 seconds is the lead for the Spris driver. As I said, from that move that he made at turn 7, he's a driver who likes to lead. And what I mean by that is he's quite comfortable being on his own, setting his pace at the front of the field, not having to worry about, getting in the slipstream or being in position. Some drivers, they can tense up a bit when they're at the front of the field. They can feel the pressure. That's not the case, I feel, with Dan Alleman. He's in his rhythm. He's nicely controlling the pace in this one. Riley Cranham was a little bit quicker on that last lap, but not to the extent that'll be worrying Dan Alleman right now. The lead is just over a second.
Exactly. Another fastest lap of the race there for Devon Haglin. As he continues his charge up towards third place of Ty Buckley, but we'll keep an eye on that one because Buckley's race so far has been exemplary. Wouter 11 places gained in this one as well. The number 65 is currently in P14 with inside that top 15, so he himself is having a good race. So at the moment then, of course, this is a very early stage of the intermediate classifications. The juniors only having 3 races. Their points are very easy to kind of work out at this point in the IAME Euro Series because, of course, you've got your 2 winners at the moment. Well, you've got Zach Green, who's won, Dan Alleman, who's leading this one on lap 6 of 8. And again, those 2 drivers are well known in this one. As off the track, unfortunately, is Didier Krieft. And where is that? That is at turn number 2 at the start of the lap. And he's not happy. So what on earth happened there?
Well, I wonder if we'll see in due course whether Krieft, that was a driver error or whether there was somebody else involved. It is one of the overtaking hotspots around this karting Genk circuit, but either way, for Didier Krieft, he falls all the way down to 26th and last place. We're on lap number 6, 2 more to go. Dan Alleman holding the lead of the second now. Here is the replay. So there's somebody on the inside of Krieft, judging from the look to the right-hand side. They're there through turn number 1. It's all okay. That's getting a bit close with Stig de Rademaker. Oh, very close indeed. Mounting up onto the rear axle of his teammate. Now the question is, was there anybody else involved behind in all of that? That wasn't part of a big pack, but not a good moment there for Didier Krieft.
Unsure if there was another driver there, but yeah, from that picture, just a very unfortunate one. The front hooked up and then it just rode over the top and nothing really could do to stop it. As soon as it started. There's nothing he could do to stop it from happening. And yeah, that is a very unfortunate thing there for them. But still, for Stig de Rademaker, he's still up a fair few positions. He would have lost out there because, of course, that'll have unsettled the car. His exhaust luckily didn't come off. You can see the springs doing a great job of just keeping that exhaust attached. We go into the final lap of the race, and Anaman lead is over a second from Riley Cranham. Buckley's still there. Huglin's closed in, though. Battle for third is on here. Huglin and Buckley are line astern.
They are indeed, and Buckley needs the points, even at this early stage of the qualifying heats. Dan Alleman willing himself forward I tell you what, Hageland's not out of this one either. That helmet with a little bit of a distinctive design to a driver who, in his young career, made many waves around this part of the world. There is your race leader, Dan Alleman, into turn 12, then 13, has driven a brilliant race here, is going to take race victory number 1 of his weekend. Dan Alleman out of the final corner, sprints to the line, and it's a lights to flag victory for the Swiss driver. Second to Cranham, third to Buckley, very close on the line, a bit further back, but it's Hageland who is there in 4th, 5th for Gale, Nikashov in 6th, Pinera, Krasauskas, Malik and Berganu all in the top 10. That's a cracking drive from Wouter Berganu, up 15 places from the very back of the grid.
Yeah, indeed, a superb drive. But for Dan Alleman, that is an excellent way to start his weekend. He can be happy with that one. Like we were saying, in the junior category, at the moment, Dan Alleman is not in that championship fight. So this weekend is a pure enjoyment weekend. Yeah. Let's just see what we can do. Can we get a trophy at the end of this one, I think, is his objective.
Can they get a trophy? What can they learn as well? Because it won't be the end of the IAME International Racing season.
No.
Of course, this weekend, but is building on already, taking a number of victories across the course of 2024. Dan Alleman wins by 1.114 seconds from Riley Cranham, Buckley, Hageland, Gale all in the top 5. There's a look at some of the runners in the second half of the field. David Mintuna, Flavio Cara, Mohamed El